Hello everybody, so this video is going to take you through the process of registering for UCAS and how to complete the registration form. So as we go through each stage, please feel free to press pause at any point. There's some quite intricate details that you need to complete, so please watch the whole video because it does guide you through the entire part of the application process for UCAS. So what are we going to be doing in this video? Well, first of all, you are all going to register for UCAS, which is the university main application site. So to apply to university, you need to complete your application form through the website UCAS. You're going to begin to complete the personal details section. And some important things we will cover include not forgetting your username or password and personal ID, which people always do, but also things like having a sensible email address. So you might want to make sure that you have one of those. You cannot use your school email address because all future communication from UCAS will go to this email address. And as much as we don't want to think about you lovely lot leaving us, you will eventually leave us in the summer of 2021, and if you go on to university you want to have an email address that's personal to you. No inappropriate ones like this excellent example that Miss Clennett has given, but yeah, you might want to create an email address. So some of you will ask us, I don't want to go to uni right now, all I want to do is go and get a job or an apprenticeship or take a gap year. Do I still need to do this? Yes. Every single one of you needs to complete this part of the UCAS form because, believe it or not, many people do change their mind. We've completed and asked you to fill in a second separate forms document that gives us an early indication of who wants to go to uni and who doesn't. But to help us, we do ask for you all to complete this section. So first job is you go to www.ucas.co.uk, okay, and the screen that you will see will look like this. The next job is you go to where it says sign in the top right hand side of your screen, and you select students. You will then see a page that looks something like this. Obviously 2020 is not your year of entry. Again, many people do press 2020. Nope, not you. You go to 2021 and you will click on apply. Now you will see a slide or a screen that looks something like this where it says login and then register. Now when you've actually created your account, you will go to this same section and you will log in, okay, but you're not there yet, so at the moment what you need to do is press register. From here you will have some important information about registering an account with UCAS. Now things like buzzword and stuff that is mentioned on here is covered in this video, okay, we provide all of that for you, but it is important that you read this information, most importantly where it says make a note of your application registration details. Now you will then have some terms and conditions that will come up, okay, please read these, make sure you understand everything that's covered in those terms and conditions. Then you need to click the accept button before you will be allowed to move on any further. Once you've done that, you will very simply press next. Now from here you will begin the process of entering your personal details, so this will include your title, your gender, your first name, surname and date of birth, okay. Please take the time to make sure that you are filling all of this in correctly. There is also the opportunity to put in there your preferred name, okay, and you can see along the top bar your progress through the application form. In total it will take you about half an hour to complete the personal details. That doesn't include adding in the universities and stuff, which you don't have to do at this stage, okay, but just your first initial adding of information. Now after this you will add in your postal address, so you click UK and then press next. So on here you will complete your house number and your postcode. That will then generate your address just like if you were buying something online, okay. From here you will enter in some more personal details and that will include the email address. You don't actually have to add a mobile number, but it might be useful, particularly if the universities want to contact you. Please remember what we said about your email address. It needs to be a sensible personal email address. It is important that you have an email address set up, not your parents' email address. It needs to be you because all universities talk to you. They won't talk to parents, okay? They won't talk to us. They only want to talk to you. So if you've not got a personal email address and you've only been using your school one, now's the time to set one up. Now from here, they'll ask you information about how you want to receive updates, what information you want to receive, and how you want to receive them. So whether that's email, postal, SMS, entirely up to you, okay? However it is that you want to receive this information. Now this bit's quite important. This is your password and also your security questions and answers. Now we say this every year, and every year students lose these. We do not hold a copy of your account and password. I cannot activate your account for you. You have to write down or keep safe what your password is and your security questions and answers. If you get locked out of your account because you've forgotten these, you will have to ring UCAS directly to get it unlocked, okay? So please make sure that you choose a password that is secure, but also one that you're going to remember, as well as the secret security questions and the answers that accompany them. Again, something else that's quite important at this point is obviously saving your username. Write it down, put it in your phone, do it wherever it is that you hold your information. But that username will be unique to you. So it will not only be your email address, but you'll also have a long digit number that you do need to take note of. This becomes your username for UCAS and is required at multiple points through this process, as well as to log in. Okay, so then you'll be taken through to the how are you applying stage. Now, in order for us to support you, because obviously we will be taking you through your application, writing your reference, doing your predicted grades and all of the rest of that, you need to select the through my school or college. Now, you will then be asked to insert your school and college's buzzword, which links you to us. This year, the buzzword is, as it appears on the screen, AMVC 2021. It will then ask you to confirm that you are registering through Arthur Mellows, and of course you select yes. You will then have the option of selecting your form tutor. This is your current form group, so your tutor as they are. If you are not sure, please put my name down and I will then make that selection for you. You then need to make a note of your personal ID number. Okay, this is the one that you will need later on. It becomes very important as part of your application process. From here, you will then see the main screen, which is what you work through with us. Okay, so it will ask you to insert your choices, your education, your employment, your personal statement, and then viewing all of your details. Now, when completing the final part of the personal details section, you do not need to fill in your passport details, but you do need to select O2 as your finance code and Peterborough as your LA if you are applying for student finance. Now, once you've done the personal details section, it's time to work through the other tabs. And you will begin the process of adding your GCSE and other results, which for some of you might be the forthcoming AS results in further maths, or it could even perhaps be your vocational results for some of the examined modules. Now, we have covered this by emailing you all a copy of your results to date. Okay, this will have come in on your personal school email address, so it's important you check that. If when you are watching this and starting this process you do not have that, you need to email me and I will send that through to you. Now, you will also need to add your A-level grades as pending. So for example, you will put in English language, A-level, when it says grade, pending, and then with the date 08/2021. And you'll do that for vocational qualifications as well, because of course you don't have these grades yet. You haven't sat your final exams. Now, once you've done that, that allows me to give you your predicted grades. Now, it's important to know, and we will be saying this many, many times over the next 6 months or so, but we check every single application. They do not go to UCAS until we have checked it. We check and spot errors all the time. So just because you might get to a point where you have finished your application and you press send, it just goes to my inbox. Okay, I check it and will spot errors because there's always errors. Nobody's application is perfect, and I will send it back to you to fix that error. Now, one of the final questions that I think people will have is, what will my predicted grades be? You've gone through this today, miss, but I want to know, what's my predicted grade? Well, obviously, because you are not in college, you did not sit the Year 12 exams, and we will look at some sort of assessment with you when we return to college in Year 13. But at this stage, the plan and the right plan for you is to use your target grades that were issued at the start of Year 12. We know that the universities will be looking at GCSE achievement to make their offers, because that is the only kind of formal assessment you have at this stage due to the COVID situation. So your target grades are aspirational target grades based on your historic GCSE achievement, and they, I think, are a very fine and apt reflection of your ability. But we will also be having conversations with your subject teachers for the most up-to-date information, and we also encourage you to do the same. You know, we want you to aim to be the best you can be. We want you to go on and do whatever it is that you want to do, and we will support you with that. And I think the point of this is that it begins to have a conversation. It begins to be the conversation we have together with your parents, with you, with your teachers, and we will come up with those as one. But for you looking at universities, use your target grades as a benchmark, and they will also be sent to you, of course, okay, with your GCSE results. Now, will somebody check my application? Well, we've just said this a second ago, but yes, I will be checking every single one of them. The months from October to January are full of UCAS. So I will be checking each and every application, and it is me that presses send. More often than not, the student is sat with me when I press send, so you get the joyous job of seeing it go. But yes, it will not go with an error, and it will be checked, and it will be a regular dialogue between you and I about this.